Welcome to Albert the Commissioner. Today we are discussing a topic that touches the heart, but also the law. Today we gather not at a wedding celebration, but we gather to discuss a wedding that never was. Imagine this: you meet someone, you fall in love, you build a life together for years. You invest your time, your money, your emotions. You supervise the building of a house. And you are even sometimes introduced to family members as an in-law or wife. Then one day, this relationship ends. The wedding never happens. Can the law help you? Is a promise to marry legally binding in Ghana? Or is it just a social commitment? We explore what the law says and what our courts have recently decided. We will look at what makes a promise to marry legally enforceable. 3 recent Ghanaian court decisions. The remedies and limitations under the law. One will ask, what is a promise to marry? In Ghanaian law, a promise to marry is not just romantic talk. It is treated as a contract, though a special kind. It must be serious, clear, mutual. It does not have to be in writing. What matters is the conduct of the parties and their intentions. Our courts look at promise to marry with the totality of evidence available. In the recent case of Konto vs. Torgbo, the court considered several factors: presentation of an engagement ring, public acknowledgement as in law, participation in family funerals and rites, long-term cohabitation, joint financial projects, building property together, relocation based on the relationship, rejecting other suitors in reliance on the promise. No single factor is enough on its own, but together, it can establish a binding promise. Many people confuse engagement with customary marriage. Under Ghanaian law, if customary rites are properly performed, that is not just engagement. It is a valid customary marriage governed by the Matrimonial Causes Act. That act allows parties to seek divorce, property settlement, and maintenance. But a promise to marry is different. It is a contract to marry in the future, not a marriage yet, and the remedies are different. Let us now look at 3 important cases decided in 2025 and 2026. An 11-year relationship ended. The man tried to eject the woman from an apartment. She counterclaimed for breach of promise to marry. Evidence in court showed the man gave her a ring. He called himself her in-law at her father's funeral. He financed properties. The woman also supervised his building construction. She even relocated at his request. The court found that a mutual promise existed. The court awarded 150,000 Ghana cedis for breach of promise, 50,000 Ghana cedis in general damages, and 20,000 as costs, interest at commercial rate on the damages till date of final payment. Most significantly, the court declared that she had a beneficial interest in the property through a constructive trust. This is very important. Even without marriage, the court protected her interest in property because she contributed and relied on the promise to marry. This decision shows breach of promise claims can attract substantial damages. Now let's look at the second case. A man sued his former partner, a policewoman, claiming he financed her training and bought marriage items. The outcome? 10,000 Ghana cedis, damages awarded, return of proven marriage items. And the man's claims without proof were dismissed. The lesson here is, evidence is everything. If you cannot prove your expenditure, you may lose that part of your claim. And case number 3. After 15 years of cohabitation, the plaintiff sued for breach of promise. The High Court dismissed the claim. Because of the Limitation Act, actions for breach of promise must be brought within a statutory time limit, and generally 3 years from the date of breach. Delay can completely defeat your claim. The promise to marry sits between love and law. Our courts are showing a growing willingness to protect those who invest time, money, and effort in reliance on serious promises. Yet the law has limits. It can award compensation. It can protect property interests. But it can't repair a broken heart. The law continues to respond to modern relationships and their realities. And if you rely on one, protect yourself with evidence and timely action. My people, let me thank you for staying with me. Subscribe and leave your comments below. This is Albert the Commissioner. Know the law, protect your future.